My name is Reroll Zero, and I am your host for this stream. I honestly couldn't think of a subject to go on for because a lot of the subjects I wrote down initially, I kind of wanted to save them for for later, and also because I think it was just what you call it, they were they're subjects that I definitely want to like have more of an emphasis slash have more of a gosh, what's it called? Not more work or anything like that, but like I wanted to do a podcast on the game Marvel Heroes Omega, but I kind of want to save that for later. Um uh like maybe if I make enough episodes or make enough podcasts for season one on like Spotify and YouTube. Hopefully, Marvel Heroes and a couple others will make it or will be for season two because that's definitely something that's important to me and I want to talk about it. But for right now, I just I was throwing out subjects and initially I wanted to talk about Destiny, but again, it wasn't like um you know Destiny 1 was initially special for a little bit because it was I think it was just I think when I graduated I didn't have any too many plans, so I just I unfortunately I played a lot of video games, but Destiny was one of those like right out of high school, and we still had consistent friends, so we got a couple raids going in now and then, and I probably made a lot of people like significantly angry because whenever we raided, unless I needed some range, I always use the universal remote, the invisible hand, like auto shotgun, and a new Monarchy rocket launcher from what I remember. And but again, like I didn't. The funny thing is, I never did awful enough so that I could. Hey, Shrimpy, thank you for stopping by. I never did awful enough that I had to change my weapon significantly. Again, if I needed range, I switched to my other favorite weapon, the hard light, which is the hard light. Almost, it's kind of funny. It was almost uh, a word for word, or like it was specific. Yeah, so I was sorry. I'll get back to Destiny in a second. Sorry, Shrimpy. Yeah, I made another text group on my phone, so I wanted to see if Laura would drop by. So anyway, um what was I gonna say? And I know I should probably put in chat group another thing as well. So what was I going to say? Oh, I think I was gonna say that the oops, I forgot. My bad. I should have put a display capture. There we go. That's much better. And then I'll put this one right there. Oh, and I'll wait. I'll wait for a while, and we'll come back to that. Destiny 1 was so if I need it, so again, word for word, the hard light was almost like the Halo assault rifle. It was just kind of the same idea. It's or at least the Halo submachine gun. It's like it fired fast. I never use the ricochet too much, and I wish I could because the ricochet always was my favorite part of that weapon. So and I consistently before everyone got the Suros regime in Destiny 1, um what's it called? I literally was probably I could beat so many people with just a universal remote and my secondary shotgun. But also the thing is I was so disappointed when Destiny probably like maybe 2 3 months after, or maybe 6 months after like the whole game launched, they issued a nerf which limited the shotgun range of all shotguns, and so it made the universal remote basically null and void. And I was pretty salty about that because universal remote was my bread and butter. It was the from Phantasy Star, the Inferno Bazooka of weapons for me, at least in Destiny. So um anyway, uh I honestly should have went on Bungie's message boards and say like come on guys, are you shitting me? Like, but no, I never did. I should have, because at that point I was getting so disinterested in Destiny because again it was only the raid, and then again it was like 3 4 months for a new content drop and a new raid itself, and it never got more fun beyond that. It got really tedious and boring for the most part. Especially if you know how Destiny 1 and 2 are structured, you level up to a certain point, and then like Diablo or some other RPGs, you level up your Paragon or your additional bonus stats or whatever. So gosh, because like that's something that's really frustrating in a sense because um what's it called? Because again, it was like Destiny 1 really did not have a significant direction, and frankly, when you think about Destiny 1, their story wise, I know it's like Bungie is notoriously lax on story, because it's like, okay, if you go even before Halo with like Oni and like Marathon and a couple of other those, I would say probably Oni's the best thing because Marathon is pre Halo, and then Halo is just there's a giant ring, and there's these alien guys, and then there's these zombie alien guys, and that's about it. And the ring blows them up, and but it also kills everybody else. So that's a story, and they make that up for about 5 games. Anyway, so yeah. Also, when Destiny came out, since it's so eerily close to Halo, it just there's so many comparisons besides the stupid Master Chief helmet on Mars. So anyway, what I was gonna say is so Destiny 1, there's no stakes because basically you're immortal, because the ghost in question, first voiced by Peter Dinklage and then by Nolan North, consistently reses you, and yeah, there's no stakes because you're basically immortal. What are the evil guys are going to do? They're the shadows or whatever, or they're the thing from Fable 3 or whatever, where it's like it's this incorporeal thing where it doesn't really have any definition, doesn't have any stakes, and so it's just there for, it's basically a placeholder, like you see sometimes called like lorem ipsum or something like that. So there's no stakes, and even when you visit the tower, there are people in it, but then there's not much going on too. There's people in the other tower in Destiny 2, but like Destiny 2, it always seemed more lively in the sense of Destiny 2, but Destiny 1, it's just the request from the robot at like the bounty board. It should have been what's it called? It should have been like more like individual quests from people in the tower. That's why I feel like the stakes would be more, you would feel more connected to the world. You would feel more, uh, you would have a more responsibility for the world, I guess. It's like with Mass Effect. With Mass Effect 3, regardless of how you feel about the ending or whatever, it was really cool how like you play multiplayer and you get all the assets, and you don't physically see them, but there's a graphic, there's some text, so you know what's going on in the world. And the Destiny didn't have that, and it still didn't have that for Destiny 1. So, and again, they released significant DLC, or really not significant DLC. They did it enough where gosh, where there's only like 1 or 2 or 3. There was Vault Glass, which was the initial one, and we played that one a lot. And I remember some of our regular raid members kept on getting salty because they never could get the Vex Mytho class, and I remember that shit was so broken when it was initially out. Um, uh, Continuing from there, there was I think some guy called Crota, and then you used some sword strat to knock him down and all that. And then there was the Prison of Elders, I think. I think Prison Elders had a good idea, but they should have had a raid too because a lot of people I think felt like um, they were a lot salty because it was just a horde basically a horde mode with no exstantial rewards extra for like three exotics. The I think the pistol and the a shotgun and a sniper rifle, but again, it was not significantly the rewards were not specifically RNG based, which that's another big problem about RPGs in general, um and Destiny 1 in general. I From what I remember, sorry, we'll go back to I shouldn't have brought up RNG because I know it's a veritable tipping point and annoying and all that. But anyway, so there was one more raid I think, and it was called the Machine King, and he had like some like Mojo or Marvel or Mojo from Marvel, whereas like the guy was attached to like a spider body, and that was kind of cool, but that's kind of where it ended. So, yeah, that's about it for Destiny 1. I think the only other things I want to talk about was just the most embarrassing things for Destiny 1 was Shrimpy, have you ever played Destiny 1? If you're still there. Okay. I gotcha. Did you ever play the early raids or no? Or at least Vault of Glass, the first raid, because I that's one of the embarrassing things I want to bring up, and it always cracked me up. Destiny 1 Vault of Glass was a six-player raid, but it was really funny because one of the mid bosses. Okay, I gotcha, I gotcha. Um, one of the mid bosses in Destiny 1, Shrimpy, was that you could push him off the level. So most of the time, probably everybody did this, not just our raid group, but you could push off bosses. You could push off the mid boss in Vault of Glass, and in the final boss for Destiny was for Vault of Glass as well. You could push off the final boss as well, and that was probably one of the most funny things that like, oh god, like these guys Bungie, like they complain about Microsoft so much. They went to another devil called Activision, and but again, it's just funny that like you could push two bosses off the level, and we did that so many times. um and there was tons of other significant glitches too in Destiny 1. One was a loot cave that I remember, where uh enemies would respawn infinitely. So you would hang on, I need to get a drink. Enemies would spawn infinitely, and you would just kill them all the time, and then they would drop all the legendaries, the purples, and I think it was a while before they put in the exotic gold drops or whatever. So people would go to that loot cave and just get all their gear from there, and then they be kitted out in less than 10 minutes or whatever, however long you stood by the loot cave. Um, the other thing is, that's probably really funny, is when you got legendary items, or blue or green or whatever, because I think green could do this as well. I consistently remember they could down roll, and I remember like that happened a couple times, and that I swear that's probably the lowest point of Destiny One when you get the legendary item or armor, or because it's a mystery box. Same thing can to I think a lot of stuff in Diablo and Fantasy Star or Fantasy Star Online. It was, but anyway, all most of the boxes were mystery boxes or whatever. So when you took it to that mofo Cryptarch or whatever, and he down rolled, that was probably the most like disgusting, upsetting thing ever in Destiny One when you got the legendary and then it just down rolled and you're like, why? I mean, again, if you got your gear like normally, or out in the world instead of going to the loot cave, or and then it down rolls and you're like, well, that's upsetting. um anyway, that's probably the most embarrassing stuff about Destiny 1. So we are on um ready to go to Destiny 2. And Destiny 2, I feel like, was such an uptick in, well, at least trying to have a more engaging story. Again, for the most part, it didn't. Because again, like the guys from the Cabal faction in the first game, which resemble the brutes from Halo, they strike the tower in the second one. They destroy it, and they disable the big space station or whatever, or whatever you want to call it, the Traveler, and then so your ghost connection to your immortality is taken away. But so that's a great stake to put up, but then it's removed like 3 missions in, and so that stake is gone. So again, it's the same playing field again. So again, the one interesting thing they did, they just removed immediately, and that's kind of it for story wise. Destiny 2. I would say Destiny 2 had some great music at the very least, because when you go to the farm, that's probably like one of the best things about the farm, is that I swear it was the like the music, I think, when you start there, and a couple other things about the farm were great, but again, that's only like small potatoes compared to the rest of Destiny 2. I never participated in any raids in Destiny 2 because we didn't have. Again, this was way later, and our friend circle kind of went their different ways, which I understand, but at the same time, I kind of wish that I had a chance to raid, but unfortunately, I can't play video games anymore. Um, but so yeah, I played Destiny 2 significantly, or a lot before uh I had my accident. So that was kind of, Destiny 2 is kind of fond of my memory. I started to uh I started to because I created a character that I was more I I enjoyed in Destiny 2, and in Destiny 1 I kind of just went off, like I just almost more or less created a character just to create a character. And I consistently wanted to start over in Destiny 1, but I was needed for raids as one of the few Titans, because a lot of other people didn't play Titans, and I was Bubble Titan, so I was needed for a little bit. And so with Destiny 2, I think I was so glad that like I could just you know just play at my own pace and not be pressured to play raids and all that, because I know it's like I could eventually have said no, I don't want to raid, but again, it's like again, I was the only Titan. So, um, and again, other people were Titans every now and then, but again, still, I was a main Titan. I was a tank like an Overwatch. And Overwatch is a story for another day. That might be the next one. I was gonna say Overwatch might be the I was gonna say Overwatch might be the season finale. I don't know. Maybe that will be 10, and maybe we'll end the season at or at least the podcast at 10 or something like that, and wait for second season or something like that. Well, not wait, but because again, I still have to fill out all the criteria for affiliated and all that. But Overwatch is another story of being a tank and all that. So, and even with Neverwinter, but Neverwinter's another story too, and Neverwinter's a positive story. So I didn't. Destiny 1 was something I think that was so. I even though we played with a couple friends, that we were good friends with, right? It was still problematic because uh still like pressure to join the raid still was the class that they needed for a little bit, and then so with Destiny 2 there was none of that, so I was more happy to play at my own leisurely pace. I never got the I think my favorite weapon from Destiny 2 is the is hang on, sorry, I need to get another drink. My favorite weapon being from Destiny 2 is probably the Telesto, because it was the needler. I think I heard about the needler in Destiny 1 from like the tail end of it, dying. But anyway, Destiny 2, I never got the hard light. I always wanted the hard light, but I'm going like, it's fine. Um, but again, like, I'd be really, it'd be funny if they put the universal mode in. I think they'll never do it, because it's just like, it's like attacking somebody with like a little branch or something like that. No way they're gonna put that branch back in Destiny. So again, they put in a couple other weapons besides the hard light. I mean, they put in like basically the successor to the Red Death, that 3 round burst pistol, and then they put in Truth, and they put in a couple other weapons. I can't think of them at this point, but um, gosh, what else was I gonna say? So yeah, can never get the hard light. I got some of my favorite items, like those in the picture right there, like the samurai pants and that samurai helmet. Kinda, I wanted to get more items that kind of looked like a samurai, because like I could never get the. I think did what I had with the shaders, but I think I wanted better shaders for the most part. Um. Anyway. But yeah, for the short time that I played Destiny 2, since I didn't have um didn't have the pressure, and I think I just enjoyed it more immensely. And since gosh, what's it called? That being more of an adult, I appreciate it more. And like Shrimpy, if you're still here, I think it's like what I was enjoying watching you play Mass Effect the other day, but I'm sorry I couldn't watch yesterday, because I think it's like when I played Destiny 2, I felt um so emotionally rooted in it, right? And I think when watching Mass Effect 3, I don't want to be emotionally rooted because in the story, because I never played the story for Mass Effect 3, and I was going like, I don't want to be so emotionally rooted in it, so when I see the endings I'll be like, oh god, that's why people are pissed. So not to be rude to you, or Mass Effect 3, because like I want to keep. Right. Um so I mean, sorry I didn't hurt your feelings, right, Shrimpy? Sorry. But but yeah, it's like Mass Effect 3, like I think it's like I wanted to keep it the image of just multiplayer only, but like watching you play the campaign, I'm going like, this is so cool. I wish I played the campaign, but I don't want to be so like emotionally attached. So again, like I was saying, like when I see the innings, I'm gonna be like, you mofos, why the hell did you do that? And I know it's like the fourth one or whatever is the fourth inning is the apology ending, and I don't remember if that's the one where they where they basically cop out and say like, oh, everybody became half machine and half human, or this symbiotic race, and everything's good or whatever. Sorry, going back to Destiny. Um, with Destiny 2, so much more emotionally rooted. Much more didn't have pressure, so you could enjoy the game at your own leisure pace, place, and even playing with a couple of my friends, or I mean, sorry, Xbox Live friends. Again, I wish I could play, with either with you, Shrimpy, or a couple other people, but I have to get a job first before I possibly recommit to video games, and even then, that's still shaky ground because like I think I didn't tell you, Shrimpy. Like I was looking at my own game clips, maybe a month or two ago, before uploading stuff to YouTube, and like I was going like my brow was sweating. I was going like, oh God, I can't take it. And then I kept on re-looking at my clips, and then I'm kind of going like, okay, I I'm a little bit better, so maybe I can possibly go back to video games, but I still gotta get a job. Getting a job is first and foremost. So, um, so with Destiny 2 as well, I think the most lamest thing about Destiny 2 is gosh, what's it called? Is that buying the season pass stuff, it doesn't extend to if you share like Xbox Live Gold with somebody or whatever, it doesn't extend to them as well. So unfortunately, only one person got that. I know it's like if you could share, then people would be like going all all nuts and buying it all the time and whatever. But again, unfortunately, Activision or Bungie's is showing their true colors, and yeah, I know it's like in the sense of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare 2, I bought a couple of camos and all that, and unfortunately, that never went to the other person I share gold with. So, but again, I know it's like because it's like if you bought it for someone or whatever that, or if you bought it to share it, they'd be losing a buck or be losing $2 or whatever. There's thin little profit margin, and then everybody's going nuts or everybody's going crazy. But anyway, oh God, what was I gonna say? I think it's like I don't think about a lot of the negative aspects of Destiny 2 because there wasn't because I think there was little to no hostility, and I barely played competitive multiplayer on Destiny 2, or I never did play competitive multiplayer on Destiny 2. I played it a lot on Destiny 1, and I regret it because again it was not fun. I think a lot of competitive multiplayer after a while it kind of loses its fun after a while, and then you're just playing it for stats or for or a prestige or your KD. Gosh, who cares about their KD nowadays? But anyway, so yeah, I think it's, but I think I almost gloss over Destiny 2's like errors or bugs because I played it much later. I played it like last year, and again since it probably didn't have as many bugs as pushing bosses off ledges like Destiny 1. I think that's why I probably enjoyed Destiny 2 so much, because it didn't have as many problems as I saw fit. But again, like and I'll remove that footage or that image. Again, like with that picture, like Destiny 2, um, getting some of those dumb emotes, I absolutely loved it. Like that selfie one right there, and it's part of my what's it called? Background on Twitch. Like again, even from negative experiences, we gotta try to find the positive. And again, with Destiny 2, I can't think of any negative experiences. Maybe from some, I guess, douchebag people on strikes that are not moving because they want to get they want to get free stuff, and then and that's just lame because again, they're not trying, and I'm putting all the effort out there. Like, come on. Um, but again, like you got to remember all the positive stuff. Um, Talking about positive stuff, I think it's a good time to say also, and I'm just gonna say that because I know I put in my title for Twitch, but I wanted to say it for the podcast on YouTube. But I wanted to say thanks to everyone that's followed and subscribed so far. We're we're 10 follows away on Twitch to get the 50 affiliated. I'm hopefully it will happen someday, but for right now I know that's not possible. So again, on if you're on YouTube hearing the last of this, please please subscribe either on YouTube or follow on Twitch, because again I'm trying my I'm trying my most to try and get affiliated on Twitch to try and get a job, and I may have a job lined up in the in the outside world, but I want to show future employers that I'm trying my best to try and get a job. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. So anyway, thanks in advance if you do follow or subscribe. I think for again the positive thing is a positive affirmation. I know it's like I'm pulling these out of a hat, but I was gonna say, I think good positive affirmation for at least today is, have that random acts of kindness. Try donate to a cause you care about or something like that, and try and make sure it's not traceable back to you. Like, put like $1 in the St. Jude's donation box, or donate to a change.org petition. And oh my god, I forgot to say the shout outs. I'm sorry, Shrimpy and Shin, if you're here, but that will be for next time. Anyway, thanks for hanging out, Shrimpy, and thanks if you I didn't get a notification for Shin, so maybe Shin's not on. So, but anyway, thank you for stopping by, Shrimpy. Oh, wait, Shrimpy, if you're still here, I forgot I should mod you as a as a mod, or put you as a mod. Crap, I'm messing up on stream. Oops. Is that gonna go through? Oh my god, I'm blind. I keep on. Did that work? Do I have to put your name in caps? Oh, do I have to put your name in brackets? I honestly, it's been a while. Okay, perfect. Okay, well, anyway, that's a good thing to call. Thank you for stopping by again, Shrimpy. You're welcome. I'm always mystified. What is the crown for Twitch? Because I don't know these things. I've seen the crown for a lot of people in your stream. I've seen that snowflake. I honestly don't know what the hell the crown is. Oh, Crown's Twitch Prime. Okay, okay, cool. Okay, I gotcha, I gotcha. So what? So what's a snowflake for? Is it like a winter like convention type thing or? Oh, oh, oh wait, shit. Okay, okay, that's okay. I gotcha. I'll hover over the like or the. Thank you very much. I. Oh, okay, okay. I gotcha now. Cause like, sorry, all of this is new. I like, I tried maybe like 8 years ago, 7 years ago to stream as well, and I streamed a different game every night, and I know that's probably not a great way to try and culture or culminate an audience on Twitch, but yeah, gosh, but yeah, all this is new, so thank you for telling me, Shrimpy, because all this is new and different and crazy and all that. Well, again, thank you for stopping by, Shrimpy, and oh, I gotcha, I gotcha. Because yeah, just that um again, like um same thing where I always wanted to try and stream also like weird Japanese games at the time, like besides Earth Defense Force, which I shown you, or that we watched the video for, and Legend of the Mystical Ninja, which is a game I've loved or streamed at least once. A lot of people didn't show up, but that's fine. But again, I always want to try and stream like weird games that people would not want to watch otherwise. But anyway, I think it's a good time to call it. Thank you for stopping by, Shrimpy, and I think Shin did not stop by, unfortunately, but that's fine. But anyway, thank you for stopping by, and this is Reroll Zero signing off.